You have so graciously invited me to speak of my life to this point, and I thank you. It has been one hell of a journey, with many twists and turns and ups and downs. I sat for 24 years in silence, not being able to be understood or be heard. The rage and frustration is too hard to share. I sat in self-contained classrooms, except for specials as adaptive phys ed, music, art, and assemblies. The whole time I was in school, there were minimal academics taught. The mindset was no inclusion in any area of the school setting, and we were spoken to in a condescending manner. After all, our IQ showed we were retarded and simple. For the most part, my teachers were lovely, but I had a few I wished would have dropped off the face of the earth. You can see a pattern evolving here. Just time spent doing very little, with no one listening or questioning the frustration. Then, after 21 years being in the system, I graduated with my neurotypic peers. What a great feeling I had with this experience. But this feeling was shared with emptiness inside, knowing I was not a partner in this graduation, only in a bodily sense. I wanted more. I wanted what they had. I wanted to have an education and decided that night somehow I was going to have this. Meanwhile, as the weeks moved on, my peers sought employment or went off to college. I went to a workshop to put paint sets together, stack cups, and other mundane trivia. At least I had an education to back this venture. I was retarded, and that was my and this is my life. I was fortunate to be freed from the world of retardation on July 18th, 1995, when I was evaluated for facilitated communication, FC. Not only the label of being retarded was removed, and the label of having intelligence was attached. My life was open from the dark hell I was attached to, and the opportunities this miracle gave me, and is still giving me, is overwhelming. It took about a year before I was ready to move on. I had, along with my family, many adjustments to adapt to in my new circumstances. Trust played a very important role here, and trust was and still is a hard lesson to learn. The next step in my life was to develop a life. A new dear and trusted friend stepped in and taught me the way to respond to accessing my dreams by helping me sort my thoughts so I could set goals and master them. This is called person-centered planning and is a process as you strive to become self-determined. This process for me allowed me to pull away from the dark hole of autism and realize I could have a more enriched life. Regardless of the positive end results staring at me, it still became a struggle of emotions as I evolved. I wished to meet others who used augmentative communication as I, and the lonesome doves were born. I wanted to seek my lifelong dream of going to college, and that became a reality as I entered Penn State University, taking one course at a time until I was ready to add another and another. I was able to carry 9 credits each semester and keep a 3.0 or better. In 2001, my father accepted a new position in Central New York, and I chose to move with them. I transferred 33 credits from Penn State University to Lemoyne College in Syracuse, where I graduated 1 year ago with honors. I finished my first graduate class this past December. I have been published in books and journals. I have presented in many states and in Bolton, Manchester, and Liverpool, England. I am a board member of AUTCOM and an associate of Networks for Training. I am active in self-advocacy and have been chosen by the state of New York to the Partners in Policy Trainings. Sit on the steering committee for the community involvement with Central New York Office of Mental Retardation, Developmental Disabilities, and the list goes on. On March 24th, I took the step of typing independently, with only a light touch on the back of my elbow for support. I love the freedom it gives me, but I draw back because the hard tug from autism within keeps trying to pull me back inside, not allowing me to feel the not allowing me the feeling of total excitement. All of this has come together because I was offered the opportunity to communicate and was heard. I am blessed to have a family who heard my cries and sought out a way for me to communicate. I am blessed to have my life's journey begin with two great friends who are an email away. I am blessed to have a college and faculty who accepted and respected me and reached out with help and encouragement all along the way. My next goal is to work on my master's degree in disability studies. With hope, fear, and great trepidation, I will be accepted at SU for the fall of 2008. I am exploring the road to more independence and seeking my own place. I am taking a graduate class this January to get the feel of a large university. The taste of typing independently has whetted my push for more. My journey is not over. Becoming part of your world for me is only 13 years ago. My drive of being self-determined is reinforced with each accomplished milestone. I have many milestones to reach.